What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now, today we're going to go over how NIO actually surpassed General Motors in terms of what the company is worth. And I'm going to kind of go over a recap of why NIO is up so much lately and kind of my opinion towards the end of the video on what I think is going to happen with NIO, both in the short term and the long term. But before we jump into the video, if you guys are enjoying these NIO updates and you enjoy me putting out these videos every weekday, if you wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, it really does help out the channel and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying these videos. So I would really appreciate if you guys hit the like button. But with that out of the way, you can see that NIO today is up almost 5%. And it looks like they could possibly hit that $40 mark today. At their peak today, NIO hit $39.74, but it looks like they've been pretty much up most of the day. It doesn't seem like they've dipped down too much. The lowest NIO went was down to $38.47, but that was right after the market opened. So I wouldn't be surprised if NIO hits that $40 mark today. And I'm very surprised that NIO is still staying up so much, because we know lately, in the last couple weeks especially, NIO has been going up like a rocket. And the reason I say that I'm surprised they're up still is because if you guys have been paying attention to the election, you know that there still hasn't been a president elected. And typically something like this would cause a lot of uncertainty in the market. Now people would argue that NIO is a Chinese company, so they're not really affected by the election in the US. But I think that a lot of people aren't considering the fact that most people investing in NIO are from the United States. Now, sure, there's people from around the world also investing in NIO, but I think the vast majority is probably from the US. Now, I can't say this with 100% certainty because I don't know how easy it is for other companies to invest, but at least in the US, you can open a Robinhood account and start investing the same day. So just based on ease and how much people in the US actually invest, I would assume most of the investors in NIO are from the US. And so if you take that into account, and with a lack of results from the election, you would think this would pour over into NIO's share price as well, even though they are a Chinese company. Because on the 1 week, NIO is still up 25%. You can see even the last couple days, they've been increasing despite nobody being chosen in the election. And NIO isn't the only example either, because if we look at SPY, which watches the overall market, SPY is up almost 7% on the week. Every day they've been opening higher and then they slightly taper down by the end of the trading day, but you would expect to see something in SPY as well. Now there's people making predictions that the stock market already knows who won the election, but I don't know that this is the case because I think we would have more information regarding that. It seems like nobody knows right now, and there's claims on both sides saying that there's cheating and all kinds of things happening. So you would think with all this uncertainty that the overall market would be down, not even just NIO, and that's not being reflected on the share price of any stocks really. It seems like the whole market is still continuing to go up. So if you guys have opinions about this, I want to hear what you guys think down in the comments. But I think this is kind of weird right now that the stock market is still going up despite all this uncertainty. But now I kind of want to go over, despite the election, why NIO is up so much and how they actually were able to surpass General Motors in terms of their market cap and what the company is worth. But before we get into how they were able to do that, if you guys haven't been keeping up with NIO in the last week or so, there's actually been quite a few price predictions and price increases for NIO. And it all started a couple weeks ago with JP Morgan. They put out a price prediction of $40 by next June. Now, once that came out, NIO's stock price shot up like 26% in one day. And then we had a price prediction from Morgan Stanley at $33, and then a German bank at $34, I believe. And then just yesterday, Citi put out a price prediction at $46. So all these big banks and analysts are constantly putting out new price predictions. And that's a big reason why NIO's share price has gone up so much in the last few weeks especially. And this is one of the things that has enabled NIO to surpass General Motors. And NIO is now worth more than $50 billion after an epic price rise this year, and this makes NIO roughly worth the same as General Motors. Now they are slightly above them right now, but we'll go over that in a minute. But a big reason why this is happening is also just because electric vehicles are the future of the car business. with all these companies that want to reduce emissions, especially China, because pollution in China is very bad. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're from China, but I believe pollution over there has always caused people to wear masks even if they're just going out in public. So obviously China wants to reduce emissions and pollution, and by the year 2035 they actually want to ban all gas-powered vehicles. So not only would that be huge for NIO, but that would be huge for the overall electric vehicle market. Now, if you also take into consideration that NIO wants to expand globally, and they want to expand to Europe actually by the end of 2021, well, if NIO is able to achieve that expansion over to Europe, and then they're able to expand to North America soon after, well, NIO is going to see a large increase in what the value of their company is at. But NIO is up 73% just in the last month, and they're up 827% year to date. Now this is blowing the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones out of the water. I mean, one can only imagine if you were able to get in on NIO's share price at the very beginning of the year, you'd have a pretty nice gain in your portfolio. And NIO is actually beating Tesla as well because Tesla on the month is down around 1%. Now I think Tesla is actually up around 2%, but it's somewhere around that 1 to 2% range. So obviously NIO is beating Tesla pretty exponentially on the month as well. But this might be concerning to some investors, and they might think that NIO is going to pull back because they've been going up so quickly. And that's a realistic expectation. It's more a matter of how long term do you believe in NIO? And if you're going to invest in NIO, do you believe in them long term, or is it more of a short term play? But aside from that, if you actually look at this graph, this compares NIO, Tesla, and General Motors in the last few months. So from June to November, and you can see NIO has just gone up like a rocket. And Tesla, surprisingly, has actually been pretty flat in the last few months. And of course, General Motors has been trading very flat. So this could cause concern for some people. But if you actually look at the data, Tesla 1 year ago had a market cap of around 57 billion. Now, if you compare that to NIO, NIO's market cap is at 53 billion as of this morning. So that's about $1 billion more than GM, which is at about 52 billion roughly. So if you look at the numbers like that, if NIO is at $53 billion and Tesla is at 400 billion, but they were at 57 billion 1 year ago, that kind of makes you wonder what NIO could do in the next year. Because obviously a lot of this is due to investors buying into Tesla stock and a lot of people getting word of Tesla, and that really helped shoot up the price of the company. And it looks like the same thing is happening with NIO. NIO is continually rising, and almost with no explanation other than these stock forecasts and this news about deliveries each month. And on a run rate, NIO is delivering about 60,000 vehicles per year, where Tesla is at about 600,000. So it's about 10x. And it looks like that's about where the market caps are at as well. Tesla isn't worth quite 10x what NIO is, but it's similar to that. And if we actually compare this to GM, they're delivering about 7 million vehicles per year. So this just shows you what EV companies are really worth and how much potential they really have in the future. Because according to their market cap, this makes NIO vehicles worth roughly $867,000 per vehicle, where Tesla vehicles are roughly valued at $667,000, and GM is at less than $1,000 per vehicle. So looking at this in terms of data and what a company is worth, obviously NIO and Tesla seem very overvalued right now. But again, you have to look at what people are willing to buy the stock for, and if people are consistently willing to buy into NIO and Tesla. Because even if they're overvalued according to the data, if people continue buying into these stocks, they're going to continue rising, regardless of what they're actually worth. But again, long term, both NIO and Tesla are going to be worth substantially more than they are right now, just based on how the governments are going to react to pollution and emissions in the future. We already have word that China wants to get rid of internal combustion engines by 2035. So that's 15 years away. And then we should see all hybrid electric and electric vehicles on the road in China. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that trickle throughout the rest of the world. Now, for anybody who is a traditional car guy like myself, it does make you feel kind of sad that we probably won't have normal combustion engines in the next 15 or 20 years. But in terms of investing, especially for electric vehicle stocks, it's definitely a good thing. It's just going to be sad to see normal vehicles go. And I kind of hope that, at least in the US, we don't have some kind of ban where we can't have any internal combustion engine vehicles. I'm okay if the majority of vehicles are electric as long as I can still own a normal combustion engine vehicle, because I like old classics and muscle cars, and you can't replace that with an electric vehicle. But like I've said before, if you're buying into NIO or any of these electric vehicle stocks, or any stock for that matter, if you believe in them long term, you almost shouldn't have any worry at the share price that stocks are trading at right now, as long as you have that long-term mindset. So just make sure you guys dollar cost average your way in if you're concerned you're getting too high of a share price. Then you'll be able to get the average price of NIO, whether they go up or down, and that will kind of help ease the pain if you buy in too high and then NIO drops. But for those of you guys who made it this far into the video, would you guys be sad if there was a government law or regulation banning normal gas-powered vehicles in the next 15 to 20 years? Or would you be okay with that? Because myself, as a car guy, I would be sad to see vehicles go, and I would hope that there wouldn't be a total ban. So I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments, and whether you guys are car guys like myself, or if you're just in it to get those NIO gains and see your portfolio grow 10 and 20x. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull yet, make sure you sign up using the link in the description. And also make sure you deposit $100 and you'll get 3 free stocks. You have to deposit $100 in order to get all 3 free stocks. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.